Hello, Yvonne Wadley here, and I'm super excited to show you these two ways that you can mix up your foundation. We have our foundations are super flexible, and you can do a lot of things with them, right? So you can have them very sheer. You can have full coverage depending on whatever issues you want to address in your skin. The foundations will be like the thing. Unfortunately for me, during this time of the year, I tend to peel. I don't know if it happens to you, but it happens to me. I peel, I exfoliate, I hydrate, I do all the things, I drink the water. My skin just decides to peel, and it likes to take its time. So I do help it by exfoliating, which expedites the process, but I still peel. So if I just go and put on the foundation with nothing else on it, there's going to be a little bit of flaking, and obviously I don't like how that looks like. So if you have that issue, or if you like to look glowy and just dewy, if you're a little bit more of mature skin, this will be so good for your skin as well, because it will it looks youthful, it looks glowing, it looks alive. Not that we're dead, but anyway, I'm going to show you two different tricks, two different ways of applying the foundation, and two different tools that you can use to apply the foundation, just so you can decide what look you like better, and what matches what you're going for. And this is always a tool that you can have, knowledge you can have in your back pocket. And then when you feel okay, I want to add that, now that it's getting warmer and it's just awesome outside, this lighter foundation is usually what people tend to go to. So I'm going to show you really quick how I do both different looks. So on one side, I'm going to be using our glow drops, and I love that it has an indicator here that tells you how low you're running, right? That's always perfect. And the other side, I'm going to be using our due date oil. So this is super high. They're both super hydrating. They're just different, right? So I'm going to use one on one side and one on the other side, just so you guys see. And then I'm going to be using these two different brushes for each one. This is our foundation brush, and this is our foundation brush, and this is our buffer brush, which you can also use to apply your foundation, right? So let's start. Let's get it going, right? Okay, so we're going to start actually with the due date first, just so that there is no residue of the glow drop. And you can either put it here directly or put it on your face. So whatever way you want. I'm going to actually put it directly on my face, and all I need is one little pump. That would be for my whole face, so that's probably going to be a lot, but this helps prep my skin and just have it ready to go to accept whatever I put on it. Also, if you want, this is another thing that you can do. Okay, so you can do it this way, right? Or I still have it on my hand. There's still oil there, right? You can see it. Yep. So another thing that I can do is check it. Go with a brush, the back of a brush, grab a little bit of foundation, just a little bit. Look how little bit, right? Put it in here. And then with the brush that I'm going to use, which on this side I'm going to use my buffer brush, just make it into a BB cream. So this becomes a BB cream. I know it's oh my gosh, that's so much oil. It's not, it's fine. Your face will absorb it and it'll be perfect, right? So here we go. We're going to make sure that, as you can see, I have some melasma here, and I have stuff going on that I want not necessarily fully covered. If I wanted it fully covered, I would use concealer. I would probably go with a dry sponge, but I just want it kind of toned down a little bit. So I'm going to go with my buffer brush over here on this side. And it's going to give me this glowy, just awesome skin. It's not shiny though. I don't know how you guys see it, but it's not shiny. It just glows. And I like the buffer brush for this. And we have a bigger buffer brush that I misplaced mine. I cannot find it. But when I find it, that's the one that I use. But it's the same as this, but just bigger. And I love how that applies. So I highly recommend that brush as well. So that's how that would look like. And if you're okay, that is way too much glow, I don't know that I want all that glow, We're gonna let it sit there for a sec, and then you're going to see what my skin's going to do. Let me wipe my hand. What my skin's going to do with that, right? It's going to absorb that oil, and then we can go with our translucent powder or our HD powders and just do like our T-zone. So let me finish this side, and then I'll show you how we can take care of that. So there you go. There's the glow. Looks really pretty. But then, okay, let me go under my eye. I think I missed right there. There we go. So this is one of the techniques you can use, right? And then I'm going to switch brushes because that one's going to have oil, right? And because we scrape the thing, it's not gonna have it there. So I'm just gonna go straight into it with our glow drops. So these are the glow drops. For this, I'm choosing the champagne color. We have rose gold, champagne, and bronze, right? I'm gonna go with this one, and I'm just gonna do like half a pump. I'm not even doing a whole pump. So that's it. That's all I get. That's all I need, right? So here's my foundation brush. I'm just gonna mix it a little bit. Just give it a little swirl in there. And that illuminator is going to, you're gonna see, it's like magic. So here we go. It just gives you like a very, very nice glow. And it's different than the other one. As you can see, it's a little more matte than with the oil. But remember, they both work. They both are, like this one's actually like healing your skin as you have it. It's moisturizing. Right now with my current like skin issues that I'm having with the peeling and all that stuff, I'm definitely going with this more than this, or with just a foundation, because I cannot wear just a foundation. I have to have some kind of moisturizer underneath, or it just looks flaky, and this is what makes it not look flaky. So those are the two ways. So this is with glow drops. As you can see, like I'm just moving my head so you can see the highlight that I get with it. And then this is with the oil, right? So if you're like, that is like too much glow, no such thing as JLo. But if you feel like there's too much glow, you can always go with our translucent powder, right? Our white translucent powder. It looks white, but it comes out clear, right? It's magical. It's magical, I tell you. And then you can do that, or you can go with our HD powders that are absolutely ridiculous. Like, they're insane. They literally just shut everything down and make you look flawless. So I want to keep the glow, so I'm only going to do it like in this area, but I'm gonna leave the sides to stay glowy. And I'm gonna be wearing a mask, so I'm definitely putting some down here just to kind of cover things up, right? So I'm gonna go, and again, just on the T area here, so you can see how it neutralized what I had on. So there's the glow, and obviously you can put it everywhere, right? But I don't want to. I put on the oils because I want it to look glowy, but we don't want to like over the top glowy. So we're going to go here under the eyes, but we want to keep it here with all that shimmer so that it looks beautiful like that. And then with the lips, then down here. So whatever much you want to reduce the glow in, you can definitely go with, or not. But this is with the glow drops, so this will be with champagne glow drops, what you get. As you can see, I did not use concealers, but it still covered up a lot of the issues that I have. I have melasma, I have sun damage. I used to never wear sunscreen. So unfortunately I hurt my skin. And then on this side, we went with the due date. So you can see it's a different kind of sheen, but it's still covered. As you can see, like this is my worst side where I have the most melasma, and it's still covered like more than 50% of it. So I'm happy with that. Like this is like a perfect neutral, just let's go. It doesn't even look like I'm wearing foundation. I just wash my face, and that's what my skin looks like, right? So anyway, I just wanted to show you guys really quick what those two different techniques and those two different tools do. As you saw, this does a very, very nice job at applying it. Just kind of goes there. Again, I like the shape of this brush because I can get really into it right here. A lot of brushes, you can't do that because if they're too firm or too, I'm trying to find my other brush. I can't find it. Okay. If they're like this, they're too bulky and you kind of can't get in that space. Like you were like poking your eye and doing all that jazz, where this one is perfect. I mean, it was designed for this job. So you just go and you can really get in those tiny spaces, and then even like under your eye without poking your eye or being uncomfortable or any shenanigans. You can also use it to do your contouring and whatever stuff like that that you want to do. It's a very, very user-friendly blendable brush, and so is the little buffer brush. I love my little buffer brush. I love that obviously it's for buffing, so you buff everything out. If you think of like eyeshadows, every time somebody's teaching you how to do your eyeshadow look, they're like just buff, 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 buff. Same thing with this. You're just buffing away whatever you want and applying the foundation and then redoing it, and then you can reapply on those specific areas that you need more coverage. But again, this is with the due date, this is with the glow drops, and then the specific tools that I use. So pick your choice, whatever one you prefer. I'm super excited. If you need to get color match, drop color match. We will color match you, and then you can contact your beauty guide to get the foundation that you need and whatever tools or additional skincare products that you might need. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you for joining us. I'll see you around. Take care. Bye.